Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be all about sunflowers. If you have been following me on Instagram, you know that I love sunflowers. I love painting them. I love everything about them. So I just thought I would do a random video where I find different things in my room, in my house, that I can paint on. So the first thing that I found that I could paint on are these shoes. These are pretty old. I've never painted on shoes before, but I've always wanted to give it a try. The second thing that I decided to paint on is this. This was gifted to me by one of my closest friends. So maybe I'll just paint a big sunflower or like little sunflowers all over this middle thing, and I can just hang it as a wall decor because it's really nice. It looks really good on the wall. The next thing that I'm going to paint on is literally a rock. I just went to my garden and I found this huge rock just lying there, so I decided to paint it. And the fifth thing is a little bit of a surprise, so make sure to watch till the end, and we're gonna get started with our first project. So for my first project, I have these old pair of white sneakers that I hardly wear anymore. So before painting anything on it, I removed the laces and the soles and cleaned it with a wet cloth and washed the laces as well. So the proper way of doing this is you have to clean the surface of the shoe with nail polish remover so that it removes the protective layer from the shoes, and this helps the paint stick to the leather or the surface of the shoe, and it does not crack or easily get removed, I guess. So that is what I've already done. So I just painted 2 sunflowers on one side and half a sunflower on the other. So here's a quick tutorial on how to put on laces, because I just recently learned how to do it and not everyone knows how to do it properly, okay? So you just put the laces on diagonally and just go over the other side like that and go under back to the other side again. I don't know how to explain it, okay? So yeah, that was a quick tutorial. So I let this dry for around 24 hours. After that, I wasn't really happy with what it looked like, so I took a waterproof pigment liner to outline the petals and give it some more details, and I think that this really helped bring out the sunflower petals and made it look a lot better. So yeah, this is how it turned out and I am really happy with it. So for the second project, we have this broken clock decor piece which was gifted to me by my friend. So I just cleaned the entire thing before doing anything to it and added a layer of black acrylic paint to the middle part. So after that, I went in with my yellow for the petals without really thinking it through and it turns out the yellow paint is opaque, so you could kind of see the black in the background, which I didn't really like. So I took some white acrylic primer paint, I think that's what it's called. I painted the petals with a layer of this white acrylic primer paint. Then I went with a yellow ochre shade of yellow because this paint was not opaque. So I'm just covering the whole thing with this yellow, and after that I am painting the middle part with browns and blacks. And finally I'm adding highlights and details to the petals of the sunflower with different shades of yellow and the brown again. And this turned out really great, much better than I expected, and it looked really great on the wall. So yeah, this is how it turned out. Now the third one is the rock that I got from my garden, and this didn't really turn out that good, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to include it in the video, but after I started painting it, it literally looked like a blob of yellow on the rocks. So I outlined the petals again, and I used a CD writer marker this time because none of my other pigment liners worked on the surface of the rock. So I just added details with this marker, and it turned out pretty cartoony looking, and my mom said it was nice, so I kept it in the video. And I plan on using this to hold paper, like a stack of paper. You add a heavy item on top so that it doesn't fly away, something like that. I don't know what it's called, but that's what I plan on using this for. Next project is this pair of shorts that I added last minute to the video, so this is not in the intro, but I decided to paint a sunflower in the back pocket, and I didn't really think this through, so I just made a mess. I just went in straight with my paints, and it just looked so bad. I was ready to give up on it, and then I remembered that I had the primer thing, so I painted a layer of the acrylic white primer paint, and it covered up most of the thing, but it had this yellow tint to it. So I just gave up that day, and the next day I decided to start on it like with a clear mind. So I taped all the edges so that it gave a clean finish, and then I added another layer of the white primer paint, and after that it looked really clean, and I really liked the white background for painting the sunflower. So I decided to paint the sunflower diagonally this time. As you can see, if you ever decide on painting on clothes or fabric, make sure you prime it first, especially jeans, because it just made it so much more easier for me to paint. And yeah, it turned out so much better than I imagined because I almost gave up on it, and I will definitely wear this if I ever go out, that is. But yeah, and removing the tape was just so satisfying. So for the final random thing, I decided to paint my own face. So here's me trying to put on some makeup before I paint on it. And I know that this camera angle is really bad, but I didn't know while I was filming, so there's nothing I can do about it. I'm really sorry. So here I'm painting on the sunflowers on my cheeks that you can hardly see because of the horrible camera angle. But I was trying to recreate like an Instagram or Snapchat filter where you have the freckles on the nose and the cheeks and two sunflowers on both the cheeks. That was what I was going for. Smells like vanilla. So I was starting to get really awkward on camera, so let's just skip to the final pictures that I took after I finished painting on my face. I wasn't really sure if I was going to include this in the video, but this is my ukulele and I just wanted to add a little bit of my own touch to it, and so I decided I'm not gonna paint the whole thing because I really do like the look of this wood. So I just want to add a little sunflower right over here, and I can see it while I'm playing. So yeah, it's just something small for myself. So I'm just going to do that real quick. So this is the last thing in the video, and thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And this is how the final thing turned out. I added some more details with the pigment liner, and this is the final look. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!